Sup guys, Easy here from Cool Watches Only, and today we're having a squiz at this ripper of a Cadisen. I've teed up some cracking macro shots, a peek at the movement, outdoor shots, a pleco, and I'll show you how to fix the main issue this watch has. Yeah, it has a few minor issues, nothing major, especially for the price, but good news, the fix is less than $5. And as it is, this watch is already awesome, but with my quick fix, it takes it to the next level. If you're interested, keep watching. This is how it's gonna be. Alright, let's unbox this thing. The box is simple and clean. It's a white cardboard holding the main box, which is a harder, tougher cardboard, more sturdy. It's like this dark blue soft fabric, very soft to the touch with Cadisen written in silver. Nothing crazy, but compact and strong enough to protect the watch. The box has a magnetic latch, so let's see what's inside. First, this thin protective foam, a cleaning cloth, nice, a warranty card or operation certificate. It's empty but has this red seal, and on the back side, it tells you what you can and can't do with your watch. A manual, neat, and what else? A tool. This is important to size the bracelet, so let's get to the watch. The watch arrives tucked inside a small plastic bag, fully wrapped for protection. Right out of the box, you can feel the heft. It's definitely solid and substantial. I'll get into the price shortly, but this piece doesn't come across as cheap one bit. We're off to a promising start. Let's peel off the plastic and dive into the specs. This is a new model from Cadisen, the C8244. It features a perfectly sized 40mm case diameter, 47mm from lug to lug, and a height of 13mm. The 20mm lug width gives you plenty of strap options. We'll get into that later on too. I have the perfect strap for it. It is built from solid stainless steel, 316L solid. It includes a screw-down crown and like case back, adding to its sturdy feel and water resistance. The watch also sports a beautiful glass and a multi-layered dial that adds depth and character. The design embraces a simple, retro vibe with excellent polishing that catches the light just right. The dial is start of the show here and finally finished, lending an elegant, timeless look. It comes on a beads of rice bracelet that feels solid and comfortable on the wrist, secured with a milled clasp. At 147 grams, it has a satisfying weight, substantial, yet not bulky. They finish these things up to 11. Check this case back, Japanese automatic movement. Later we'll dive into the movement too, so yeah, these guys finish parts of the watch that you probably don't look at much as if they were center stage. I love the attention to detail here, guys. This is a watch to wear outside. The watch looks truly amazing in sunlight. So first up, the glass is not sapphire, but mineral glass. I usually prefer sapphire, but especially after the test I did with my Addies against sand in a previous video, I'm more confident this will be fine. I'd rather have a high-quality mineral glass with lots of anti-reflection coatings than a dull, flat sapphire or maybe a less crisp, unfinished one that's saved on costs. For $120, I wouldn't even call this a trade-off, let alone for the cheap prices these are selling at. It's just a super minor detail. When I first came across this watch at around $100, I thought it was already a great deal, but now it's closer to $70. At that price, any downside I could point out is really just a small, inconvenience. The watch looks premium, feels solid, and is put together beautifully. It comes in 3 color options. I went with the black, but you can check the link in the description to see the others. Honestly, all 3 look fantastic. Now let's take a closer look at the dial. This is more of a diver-style watch than a true diver, as there's no rotating bezel. They decided not to include a second crown, keeping the design cleaner and more sleek. If you look at the watch, this was most heavily inspired by, first, it's more expensive and sold out, but second, honestly, it's not hard to imagine someone preferring Cadisen's version. Watch enthusiasts might feel differently, as you know about brand history and we've been more influenced by marketing, but to most people, for the regular Joe, Cadisen probably sounds better than Spinnaker. Anyway, now the dial looks great. The center is textured, all markers are applied, and the logo is printed, well, embossed. The numbers on the timing bezel are printed and everything is loomed. About the loom, I won't dwell too much on it. It's good, but not outstanding. It's usable, but don't expect it to compete with the heavy hitters in this price range. It reacts better to direct UV light than to daylight. So yeah, that's that. But what it lacks in loom punch, it makes up for in details, textures, and finishing. I received this watch along with some other more expensive models, and it punches way above its price. I'll tell you that. And yeah, I don't know, guys. I think you could go for this one, not only as an option for the Spinnaker, but on its own merit. Take the movement, for example. The engine inside this watch is the trusty Japanese Miyota 8215. This movement has a long, solid track record dating back to the 1970s. It's an automatic with hand-winding functionality, uses 21 joules to reduce friction, and runs at 21,600 vibrations per hour with a power reserve exceeding 42 hours. It is upgraded to hacking, and the second hand does not seem to stutter. Fans love the 8215 for its reliability and budget-friendly nature, making it a favorite choice for affordable mechanical timepieces. Overall, it's dependable and excellent value for the money, plus you avoid the current high cost of the NH35 and completely steer clear of using any counterfeit or the lesser-known China NH35, which is a completely different movement. About the water and weather protection. Sorry guys, I lost the paper with the instructions, so I dumped it in freezing water. What you're seeing isn't a visual effect or overlay or anything. It's actual condensation on the lens freezing. Thanks to its screw-down crown and case back with a rubber seal, it came out completely fine. Not a trace of water ingress or internal condensation. So while it's more diver-styled than a true diver, it's genuinely tough. I wouldn't hesitate to use this watch in snow, ice, water, or even a vapor-filled environment. I'm not saying you should do it, but this one right here handled it without a problem. So, okay, we're on a roll, guys. Let's talk about straps. The included beads of rice is not made of individual links, but that doesn't make it less comfortable, and the same system is used on way more expensive offerings from WM or even Spinnaker. I think it uses a single link too. But yeah, they sold out that watch for multiple times the price of this one. This one looks and feels fine. I think my main issue with the whole watch is the clasp. Clasp feels inconsistent, and even if it's solid, I think for a few extra bucks they could have included a better one. Later in the video, I will show you how to change it for an on-the-fly adjustable one, but first, check it out on this manta ray strap. I'll drop the link below. Whether you own this watch, are thinking about getting it, or even have the Spinnaker, this strap feels like it was made for it. The texture is not identical to the dial's center, but it still complements it perfectly. These manta ray straps are incredibly comfortable. I got an Artem that costs over $250, and while it has more materials, tech, a black magic clasp and stuff in terms of comfort, this one comes super close, okay? Maybe even just as good. And well, this would be the successor to my trusted black simple nylon strap. I'll be totally honest with you, it is not as comfortable, but the thing is, that strap was $1 or $2, and then they hiked the price to 10, then almost 20, and now it is completely sold out everywhere. So this one is very good, just not quite as good, but I guess with use it will soften. It is still very comfortable, not that expensive, and it looks great. I even got another one in blue. Thinking back, when the old one was under $2, I only bought black instead of grabbing every color. This time I was smarter. In this case, the real comparison is against Tiffany blue, and this is 10 times softer and more comfortable. Yeah, I can recommend both colors. Next up here, it is on a premium NATO, and it really does look high quality, guys. I know for a fact that some mainstream sellers buy these in bulk, rebrand them, and then flip them for 4 times the price. They do cost a little more than a typical AliExpress NATO, but I think they are well worth it. Finally, here it is on a grey suede strap. It looks fantastic, but the comfort just is not there for me. I would stick with the bracelet, especially since the included one is already so comfortable. In terms of comfort, I would put the manta ray at the top, followed by the nylons, then either the included bracelet or the NATO. Those are about even, and this suede in last place, but it is still more comfortable than many suede straps I have tried, so I will leave the link as well. Alright, for the cons, there is not much to complain about. I do wish the loom was stronger, but it is really not too bad when you think about it. Sure, it could be better, but I always want loom to be better, and yeah, the watches I'm comparing it to, even the cheapest one, it costs about twice, so I don't know, in that context, it is not bad at all. As for the clasp, I actually bought this one not even specifically for this watch, and with zero preparation, I will show you how easy it is to swap. It took me only a few minutes. I will leave a link, but it should work with most 18mm clasps, so if you find one that you like better, or it's cheaper or whatever, it will probably work just fine, okay? You'll want to keep this part in place unless the clasp you buy is made specifically for this bracelet or this style of bracelet. The one I am using is just a random clasp, so we need to keep it. I am going to remove it temporarily to make the job easier, but you can just leave it on if that works better for you. Do whatever feels easiest. I am not that good at working with this kind of stuff, so if I can do it, you definitely can. I usually work in CGI and stuff, not fiddling around with tiny tools. So you want to connect the ratcheting part of the clasp with the top part of the bracelet, meaning the part that connects to the watch. At 12, the pushers that open the clasp should be facing you. If you connect it the other way around, it will mess with your muscle memory and you will have trouble opening and closing the clasp. I am not sure if there is a specific term for that, so if anyone can help clarify, I would appreciate it. I do not even know how to name these parts in Spanish, let alone in English, and it should look like tayat. Now, it is quite important, some may say even mandatory, to check that the ratcheting still ratchets. Yeah, multiple times please. Perfect. It might not have a diver's fiddler bezel, but now it has its own ratcheting fiddler, and in my book that counts. So at this point, I still wasn't sure what to do exactly. I was considering my options as everything fits into the square, but the square does not fit into everything, and they not only had different shapes, but different pins systems to connect. So here I decided to keep the part of the Cadisen clasp that connects to the bracelet and connect it to the clasp instead, guys. I can't stress enough how this process is way easier than it looks. I was able to do it in just a few minutes with no preparation whatsoever, and while filming a video and trying to explain it, and the result is awesome. Totally worth it. For more, I would have liked if they included something like this at the prices they're selling these watches. I can't give them too much flack. I think it's very good, but with this upgrade, it now looks and feels 4 times better. A good clasp can improve the perception of a watch a lot, and the whole process is probably easier than adjusting a pin and collar bracelet, for example. And yeah, that's about it. With so little time I have recently, when I do a full video dedicated to a watch like this, it's not just because the watch is here or the brand wants a video or whatever. I think this is really special. So it looks special, awesome design, solid. At 100 it's very good, at 70 it's a steal. I'll leave the link to the clasp too in case you're interested. I'm out.